Knew that Kody and I had that first moment together, but they never talked about with everybody.
This moment.
No.
So it almost feels like there's a lot more to their love story than we really know.
I think
communication of people who used to be members of the LDS Church or who had affiliation with that. However, they had this doctrine of,
maybe I have to. I don't want to talk to lawyers about it.
I suspect that someday down the road, if there's somebody else, then that will be part of it.
Okay, I love hearing that you're far from that.
No,
Because I think a lot of people are curious.
No, and I really want to make sure, because it's so wild to me that everybody has assumed.
Christine Brown's shocking new memoir cracks the Brown family wide open, revealing hidden deals, money wars, and a betrayal so deep it could tear apart decades of trust. At the center, Janelle and Kody, once united, now exposed in a story of lies, loyalty, and secret schemes. What Christine reveals will change everything you thought you knew about sister wives. Buckle up, this is where family love turns into a legal-style battlefield. Keep watching. The bombshell revelation. Christine opens the vault of secrets tonight. The world witnesses a turning point in the sister wives saga, one that Christine Brown herself set into motion. Christine sits before a camera, her hands clasped tightly, knuckles white. Her eyes glisten, not from sadness, but from the weight of long-buried truth. The soft glow of studio lights reflects off her wedding ring finger, now bare, symbolizing more than just a divorce. For years, I stayed silent, she whispers in the book excerpt played over the footage. But silence protects secrets, and those secrets nearly destroyed me. Vintage clips of Christine laughing with the Brown family, birthdays, vacations, moments of joy, overlay with a growing ominous score. What Christine reveals in her tell-all book is not just about heartbreak. It's about betrayal, financial, emotional, and deeply personal. And at the center of it all, a tangled alliance between Janelle and Kody, one that Christine claims went far beyond partnership. Christine turns a page in her book during an exclusive reading. Her voice trembles. The money. It was always about the money. But it wasn't until I started asking questions that I realized how deep this went. Accounts I didn't know about, contracts I never signed, and whispers between Janelle and Kody about things I wasn't supposed to hear. What were Janelle and Kody hiding? And why was Christine kept in the dark for so long? Christine stands outside the Brown family home, her arms crossed tightly, watching Kody and Janelle through the kitchen window. Their voices are low, almost conspiratorial. Papers are spread across the counter, legal-looking, with bold signatures. Christine leans closer, but the voices fade into a muffled hum, like secrets being swallowed by the walls themselves. Christine writes that this was the night everything changed, the night she realized the cracks in the family weren't just emotional, they were financial. And the betrayal? It went deeper than she ever imagined. I loved Janelle like a sister. I trusted Kody with my life. But that night, I saw two people hiding something from me. And worse, I saw the fear in their eyes when they realized I was watching. But what exactly were they hiding? And how did Christine uncover a financial scheme that could destroy everything the Browns built? In Christine's words, this was only the beginning. The money trail, hidden accounts, and suspicious deals. Christine's suspicions didn't fade that night. They grew louder. Every unexplained expense. Every vague answer about TLC paychecks. Every missing dollar from the shared accounts, until finally, she decided to follow the trail herself. Christine's discovery. Christine is in her kitchen, late at night. A laptop glows on the table, illuminating her worried expression. She bites her lip as she scrolls through months of bank statements, numbers not adding up, transfers she doesn't recognize, accounts she never knew existed. Christine, reading aloud softly. June, $15,000 withdrawal. August, $22,000 wire to a name I don't recognize. And why does Janelle's name keep appearing on these transfers? She slams the laptop shut, her breathing heavy. A flash of anger in her eyes, mixed with fear. Christine isn't just uncovering numbers, she's uncovering a betrayal with a paper trail. According to Christine's book, this discovery wasn't just shocking, It was devastating. She claims Kody and Janelle had been quietly managing side accounts, allegedly diverting funds meant for family expenses into separate holdings. And worse, she believed Robyn knew too. Kody stands by the fireplace, arms crossed, jaw tight. Christine holds a printed statement, shaking but defiant. Christine, what is this, Kody? Why is there a transfer for $22,000 to an account I've never seen before? And why is Janelle's name on it? Kody, you don't understand how finances work, Christine. There are things you don't need to be involved in. I'm managing the family's future. Christine, no, you're hiding something. And you've been doing it for years. Kody exhales sharply, pacing the room. His eyes dart toward the hallway, toward Janelle's closed door, like he knows this confrontation isn't over. Christine writes that this was the first time she saw fear in Kody's eyes. Not anger, not dominance, fear. Because he knew the truth was slipping out. Later that night, Christine sits alone in her car. Her hands tremble as she records a voice memo, tears streaming down her cheeks. Christine, I thought we were a family. I thought we shared everything. But now, I feel like I've been living in a lie. But if Christine thought this was the end of the deception, she was wrong. What she uncovered next would point to a secret alliance, one built not on love, but on control and cold financial strategy. Janelle and Kody, an alliance built on financial shadows. The deeper Christine digs, the clearer the picture becomes. This wasn't just Kody acting alone. Janelle, the wife Christine trusted most, may have been part of the scheme. Christine sits at her dining table, open book pages and bank statements spread like evidence at a trial. Her brow furrows as she circles one name over and over again, Janelle Brown. Janelle and I were close, closer than sisters at times. But the money, the withdrawals, the signatures, it all pointed back to her. Why would Janelle risk everything? And was she working with Kody or against him? Christine writes that she first assumed Janelle was just following orders, caught in Kody's financial web like the rest of them. But one late-night exchange made her question everything. Dramatic scene. Christine confronts Janelle. Janelle stands by the sink, sipping tea, calm yet guarded. Christine walks in, holding a printed statement, her hand trembling. Christine, I need to ask you something, and I need the truth, Janelle. Were you helping Kody move money? Accounts, transfers, your name is on everything. Janelle, Christine, it's complicated. You don't understand what Kody was planning for the land, for Coyote Pass. Christine, then explain it to me. Because from where I'm standing, it looks like betrayal. Janelle sets down her cup, takes a deep breath and walks closer, her body language tense, defensive. Janelle, I thought I was protecting my future, our future. But maybe I was wrong. Christine claims this was the moment she knew Janelle wasn't just a bystander. She was involved. But was it greed? Or fear? Christine leaves the answer hanging, just long enough to make us wonder. If these revelations ever made it to court, the evidence could tear the Browns apart for good. But Christine's investigation was far from over. Because what she found next would not only confirm her worst fears, it would expose a betrayal she never saw coming. Christine's breaking point. The day she knew everything was a lie, every investigation reaches a breaking point, the moment when suspicions become undeniable truths. For Christine Brown, that moment came with one shocking discovery, a piece of evidence she could never unsee. Christine finds the final proof. Christine is in the family office. A folder labeled Coyote Pass legal documents lies half hidden in a drawer. Her hand hesitates before pulling it out, her pulse racing. She flips through contracts, deeds, and statements until one page makes her freeze. Christine's signatures, but not mine. Someone forged my name. Her lips part in shock, eyes wide. The camera lingers on her shaking hands, gripping the page as tears well up. Christine just found proof of fraud. But who was behind it, and how deep did the deception go? Christine claims this document, a legal transfer of funds, bore her forged signature, allegedly tied to Janelle and Kody. The date? Months before Christine ever left the marriage. Mary sits tensely on the couch, arms crossed. Robyn stands near Kody, her hand on his arm protectively. Christine storms in, waving the document. Janelle lingers in the doorway, pale and silent. Christine, who did this? Who forged my name? Was it you, Kody? Or did one of you help him? Kody, you're overreacting, Christine. This was for the good of the family, Christine. Forging my signature isn't for the family. It's fraud. Robyn steps in, soft but defensive. Christine, please, don't do this. We can handle this privately. Christine turns to her, eyes blazing. Privately? Like all the secrets you've kept from me. This confrontation, Christine writes, was the moment she knew trust was gone. Family was broken. And the truth? It was uglier than she ever imagined. But this wasn't just a family betrayal. Christine was about to take her fight to a much bigger stage, one that would put the entire Brown legacy under a spotlight of public judgment. Behind closed doors, family confrontations and silent wars. After Christine's explosive confrontation, the Brown household becomes a powder keg, every glance, every whisper, every unspoken word hinting at betrayal. Trust is gone. Paranoia has taken its place. The camera lingers on a long wooden table. Janelle sips her coffee, eyes fixed on the steam rising from her cup. Robyn scrolls through her phone, pretending not to notice Christine entering the room. Mary quietly slices fruit, her movements sharp, mechanical, each cut harder than the last. Christine, we were no longer a family. We were four strangers, sharing a house full of lies. Christine recalls the silence being heavier than any argument, every woman wondering who knew what and how much had been hidden. But in that silence, Christine claims alliances began to form and sides began to be chosen. Later that night, Christine overhears Robyn and Kody speaking in hushed tones near the office. Robyn, she knows too much now. We need to handle this carefully, or it could all come crashing down. Kody, I'll handle Christine. You just keep Janelle from flipping on us. Christine's eyes widen from the hallway. She presses her back to the wall, breathing shallow, her hands trembling. Christine writes that hearing those words confirmed her worst fear. This wasn't just about money anymore. It was about control. And Robyn, she believed, was pulling more strings than anyone realized. Private moment with Mary the next day, Christine finds Mary alone in the garden, staring out at the horizon, arms crossed protectively over her chest. Christine, Mary, did you know about this? The transfers? The forged documents? Mary shakes her head, lips pressed tight. Finally, she exhales and says softly, I knew. Something was off. But I didn't want to believe it. Not again. Christine studies her face, searching for signs of guilt or alliance. But all she sees is fear. Fear of what comes next. Fear of what happens when secrets start to unravel and loyalty is tested. Christine retreats to her room, writing furiously in her journal. Tears streak her cheeks as she whispers, this family, this dream, it's all gone. I see now, truth and love can't live in the same house when lies have taken root. But if Christine thought the house of lies was crumbling slowly, she was wrong. The next revelation would shatter it completely, pulling the Browns into a storm of betrayal no one could escape. The Brown family was already fractured. But Christine's discoveries would push them past the breaking point and expose betrayals too deep to ignore. Christine sits at the edge of her couch, gripping a notepad filled with scribbled numbers. Janelle enters hesitantly, her body stiff, hands clasped together tightly. Christine, I need the truth, Janelle. All of it. Before this goes any further. Janelle glances toward the door, as if worried Kody or Robyn might walk in. Finally, she exhales sharply. Janelle, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Kody said it was for investments, for the land. He convinced me we'd all benefit in the long run. Christine leans forward, her voice trembling. But you knew about the forged signature? You knew they were hiding money from us. Janelle's eyes well with tears. She shakes her head quickly. I didn't know about that part. I swear. But Christine, once I saw where the money was going, I couldn't back out. I was scared. Christine writes that hearing this confession didn't bring relief. It brought rage. Because in her eyes, Fear was no excuse for betrayal. Christine storms out of the house into the cold desert night. The camera lingers on her face, jaw clenched, tears streaming as desert wind whips her hair. Christine, voiceover from her book, I loved Janelle like a sister. And she chose Kody's lies over our bond. That night, I knew we weren't a family anymore. We were opponents in a game I never agreed to play. But Christine wasn't done. Because her next move would expose secrets even Janelle didn't know. Days later, Christine posts a cryptic social media message, an excerpt from her book draft. Some betrayals are financial. Others are emotional. But the worst ones? They come from the people you thought would stand beside you until the end. The post goes viral overnight. Fans flood the comments. Who betrayed her? Is she talking about Janelle? Robyn? Kody? Christine had turned her private pain into public curiosity. And in doing so, she forced the family into a corner. Secrets would have to be addressed. Lies would have to be answered. And the stage was set for the biggest confrontation yet. But Christine wasn't done revealing the truth. Because in the next chapter of her story, she wouldn't just hint at betrayal. She would lay it out for the world to see piece by piece. When Christine's cryptic post hit social media, the sister wives universe erupted. Fans flooded forums, dissecting every word. And for the first time, the Brown family's secrets weren't just whispered, they were on trial in the court of public opinion. Christine's silence after the post only fueled speculation. Meanwhile, Janelle, Robyn, and Kody avoided direct statements, each retreating into carefully curated social media posts about positivity, family values, and denial. But the world wanted more than denial. They wanted answers, and Christine was about to deliver. Christine stands before a packed audience, cameras flashing. She holds her manuscript, her hands steady despite the storm brewing inside her. Christine, trust isn't broken in one moment, it's chipped away, piece by piece. Until one day, you realize the person standing beside you has been holding the chisel the whole time. Gasps ripple through the crowd. This wasn't just a reading. It was a warning shot, one that hinted at the names behind the betrayal, without saying them. Yet, clips of fan podcasts, reaction videos, and TikTok breakdowns flash across the screen. She's talking about Janelle. She has to be. The financial references are too specific. No, it's Robyn. She's always been in the middle of everything. Or is it all three? Kody, Janelle, and Robyn? This is bigger than we think. The public demanded names. And Christine was ready to give them. But first, she would reveal one last twist, the secret that could burn every bridge for good. In the final chapter, Christine drops the bombshell, proof of who orchestrated the betrayal and why. But the truth may be darker than anyone imagined. For months, the world speculated. Whispers of betrayal, theories of fraud, and accusations of manipulation swirled like a storm. But now, Christine was ready to confirm what everyone feared and reveal the one person who stood at the center of it all. Christine sits opposite a seasoned journalist. The atmosphere is electric, heavy with unspoken questions. She holds her book like evidence, her hands steady, her gaze unwavering. Journalist Christine, your memoir suggests financial betrayal, hidden accounts, manipulation, and emotional control. But you never say who's responsible. Are you ready to name names? Christine inhales sharply, eyes glistening, then speaks with chilling calm. It wasn't just one person. It was a plan. A plan to control the family, the finances, and the narrative. And it started with Kody and Robyn. The revelation lands like a gavel strike in a courtroom. Christine alleges that Kody and Robyn conspired to funnel family funds, leaving the other wives vulnerable and dependent. But then, she goes further. Christine holds up a document, blurry to the camera, but real enough to spark a frenzy. Christine, this account, was hidden from all of us. Until I found out where the money was going. And who was keeping it secret. She pauses, then delivers the line that fractures the family legacy forever. Christine, it wasn't just about money. It was about power. And they were willing to sacrifice everything, including us, to keep it. The audience leans forward, hungry for the next word. But Christine isn't done. Christine's narration overlays a montage of courtroom sketches, family photos, and tense headlines. Christine, this isn't the end. My book isn't revenge, it's the truth. And if the truth leads to legal battles, so be it. Because secrets can't stay buried forever. With one confession, Christine shifts the narrative forever. The Brown family is no longer just a TV story. It's a scandal unfolding in real time. But as the world waits for Kody and Robyn to respond, one question lingers like a shadow over everything. Was Christine brave for exposing the truth, or reckless for tearing the family apart? Whose side are you on? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for every shocking twist still to come.